Hi guys! So today I wanted to hop on here and talk about a subject that is near and dear to my heart, and I did a video like this a few months back which was about the government wanting to put a law on edited selfies, but this is a new thing that people are cracking down on. It was the ASA are cracking down on using filters when you are promoting a product, whether that is beauty or skincare or anything like that. So it seems that a lot of influencers and people with connections to different brands, even celebrities, are posting up pictures of them with new skincare or they've got a new mascara, but on the picture that they are uploading, mainly to their story on, say, Instagram, they are using a filter which makes their skin or their makeup or whatever look better than it actually is in real life, and this can be seen as misleading. Now, I completely understand this. I think when you are trying to sell a product to your consumers, you should be transparent. You should be honest and say, yes, this mascara did this to my eyelashes, or yes, after using this skincare for 2 weeks, my skin cleared up. That all makes sense to me. And I think it is a good thing to not allow extra beauty filters on these sorts of videos, because they can warp your face. Like, you can look completely different and it's absolutely insane. But I wonder, and from my research I haven't been able to find an answer, I wonder if this also applies to TV adverts. So for example, we have lots and lots of adverts all the time about different skincare, about different makeup, about different hair care, all that sort of stuff, like all about, oh, my hair's so shiny because I use Head and Shoulders, or my skin looks so good because I use No. 7, all things like that. And it makes you wonder, are they being truthful as well? And shouldn't they fall under the same laws that these influencers should fall under? Or is this just another influencer attack that we have seen plenty of times before? So for example, I watch certain skincare adverts and it's very clear that the model or the celebrity or whoever they have on it is wearing makeup. It's very obvious. Yes, they might not have put a filter over her skin to make it look like it doesn't have any pores, or she might have a few spots or whatever, but it's still very obvious that she is wearing at least a layer of makeup on her face. And I think that makes no sense at all. When you're using skincare to take off makeup. You're not using skincare as an add-on to your makeup. And so why would a celebrity who is endorsing this skincare brand and doing the whole brushing it over her skin and stuff, why should she be in a full face of makeup when she's talking about how good her skin looks by the skincare? Surely her skin looks good by the makeup that they've put on her, especially as it's going to be proper makeup artists that are going to work on her and not just me in my bedroom trying my best with what I've got. It just doesn't make any sense to me. The same with mascara brands. It's so obvious that a lot of mascara brands use false eyelashes when they show their product in their adverts. And of course, adverts are meant to be appealing. They're meant to make you want to buy the product. That's why Big Macs in McDonald's adverts always look so much more appetizing than what you get in your box when you actually go there. But that doesn't mean that they should be misleading. Now, with things that you put on your face and things that you put in your hair and stuff like that, I feel there's a difference between food looking tasty and not looking completely the same when you get it, versus them saying it'll give your lashes 3 times more lift or volume or whatever, and clearly in the advert they're using fake lashes, because when you use it or when you see a bunch of people use it, you don't get the same results. And of course they can call out the whole results may vary, but surely they should be showing an actual model's eyelashes before and after using the product, not before and after putting a set of falsies on. That makes no sense to me. Same thing with skincare. We should be able to see the model's own skin. She shouldn't have anything on that's hiding her skin or making her skin look better. We should be able to see her skin so we can see how it looks with that product on. Maybe even a before and after of her using the skincare for a few months. Like, things like that. So why should an influencer have to show their bare face, have to show exactly what they're using if they're pushing a new mascara and showing exactly how they put it on, and they can't put a filter on to make the lashes look longer or anything? Why should an influencer have to do that and not TV adverts and other adverts that we see around? Why can Maybelline or Rimmel or whoever show off super long eyelashes, and when you get the products they barely make a difference to your eyes, you know? It's little things like that, and I feel with this topic and the topic of editing selfies, everything seems to be pushed towards the online presence of influencers. It's not pushed towards standard advertising and making sure that everything is coherent. It's pushing it only at people who make a living through selling these products. It seems as if the government or whoever, the ASA, don't really care about the actual brands, but they care about the influencers online, because brands is old money, it makes sense to them, but influencers are new money, and so they seem to want to crack down on that harder because they don't understand it as much. That's what it seems to me anyway, like the whole editing selfies fiasco. They want people to declare when they've edited their selfie so other people don't see that picture and think that they want to look like that because even the person doesn't look like that. But instead of questioning why they feel that that person has to edit that selfie to make them feel better, they just want to put a stop to it for that. They almost want to cause more pain to this person for having them be bullied by them declaring that they've edited their selfie. Because people are going to bully other people. When you see someone has edited their teeth too white, for example, you're going to call out. You see it in all pictures. I've done it before to people that I don't like, which I'm not proud of. I've said like, oh, you've edited your teeth too white here, and they're like Ross Keller's teeth from Friends, you know. It doesn't actually fix the problem. It just makes the people who feel they have to use these filters feel bad for using them. And while I get that you can't sell a fake idea of a product, that makes complete sense to me. I don't believe that you should be able to use filters when you're pushing a product, because that product should sell itself. If it's a good product, it should look good, you know, like that's its whole point of it. And so while editing selfies is more of a personal choice and it's something that people do to make themselves feel better, with selling a brand, that makes more sense to me. So I am more on board with this idea, but I do hope that it isn't just going to affect influencers and people online, but it's going to affect brands as well with their own marketing on TV and stuff. And this is a point that I didn't think about in my Law on Edited Selfies video. Can magazines and TV shows and films and stuff like that, like film posters, can they still edit pictures and not disclose it? Because that doesn't seem very fair to me. Again, that seems like a personal attack against influencers and against online people, and not against the actual issue. Because people could look at film posters and think, oh yeah, Megan Fox looks great in that, but really she doesn't look like that. There was always the image from the Pussycat Dolls that I found insane, because Nicole's waist looks so small, and I still look at that picture now and think, well, that's not real. So are people still allowed to edit images that are going on TV adverts or billboards or stuff like that? Are they still able to edit that and not disclose it, whereas people online do have to disclose it? Everything is fake, is the thing to take out from this. Everything is not what it seems. People are always enhancing themselves in some way, whether it's fully editing themselves to have a smaller waist or bigger hips or whatever, or even if it's little things like changing a colour slightly so it pops more. Like I know I put my pictures through a system to make them pop more, make them brighter, make them look better. Like when you're taking a selfie of yourself with the sun in the background, you're going to look darker, and so I put a filter on it so that I look lighter in the foreground, little things like that. So I don't actually change myself anymore. Even though I used to, I don't change myself anymore, but I still put those lenses on top, so things just look better. And so I don't think, I'm going off topic now, but I don't think it's fair that influencers have to change the way that they do things, but big corporate companies don't, even though they almost do it worse. Like there was an image, I'll put it up here, of Rita Ora on a front page, and it always weirded me out because they made her so skinny. Like she clearly was not this thin, and yet they made her super skinny for whatever reason they had. And yet if Rita made herself that skinny on social media, she'd have to, well, in this new world that the government wants, she would have to declare it, whereas whoever the cover was wouldn't. And that doesn't seem fair to me, because then surely she'd get even more backlash, because then people would see her real self online and say, oh, you're not this skinny as what they're saying. And then it would just be a violent circle of rubbish and bullying, and doesn't really help anyone. So I do agree with the beauty filters on branded products when you're pushing them, but I feel it's people's personal choice to use filters if they so want to. If that makes them feel better, then like, that's their prerogative, that's up to them. I don't think anyone has the right to say whether they can or cannot do that. People are becoming more real, I feel, especially the people I follow. They'll put up a picture of them with filters on where they've got like butterflies around their head or something, and it has like a smoothing filter over their face, and then the next image on their story will be them like barefaced, no filter, being like, yes, I look very pretty in this one, but this is the reality. And so I think what really needs to happen in this situation is better education to younger people who may use social media, who think that the images are real, and letting them know that it's not. And if you edit your pictures, those celebrities you follow probably edit their pictures too, and you shouldn't hope to have their bodies or hope to look like them, because in reality, they don't look like that either. Simply enough. I think too much is pushed onto the influencer side, and influencers have to take the brunt of all the changes, when really they're just doing their jobs, they're just doing what makes them money. So if influencers and celebrities online have to change how they work, then so should these big brand companies. They should also have to follow the same rules and guidelines as the influencers. Like, that just makes sense to me. But yeah, I thought I'd just come on here and talk about that, because as someone who uses social media and as someone who follows a lot of influencers and celebrities on there, I don't see an issue with what they do with their images. It's their images after all. They've got the copyright of them, and so if they want to edit them to be a bit skinnier, a bit prettier or whatever, like, that's up to them. And I think there needs to be more conversation about self-esteem and younger people using social media, rather than putting all the blame on the influencers who just want to feel pretty in their pictures. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think about this topic down below, and I will see you next time. Bye!